You clicked on this video because you're wondering the same thing as everybody else in the Bitcoin world. Is Bitcoin gonna hit 74,000 and keep going? Well, in this video, we're gonna look at the news and break down the charts to see what's gonna happen next. But before we do that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's look at the news. Alright guys, we're gonna look at a short little article before we dive into the charts. Just so we can see what latest news has been published, so you have a little idea on why the charts are acting like they are. It says breaking Bitcoin to shatter its all-time high within 48 hours, which was published today, not too long ago. So we always like to get the articles that are freshly published so we have the most latest and up-to-date news. Alright, so Bitcoin is on the cusp of a historic move fueled by a massive surge in investment with nearly $1 billion flooding into Bitcoin ETFs on June 4th alone. So 2 days ago. The stage is set for potential price explosion after a strategic pause for liquidity gathering around $69,000. Could Bitcoin be primed to shatter its all-time high in the next 48 hours? Let's get into it. All right. The driving force behind this surge lies in the influx of funds into Bitcoin exchange funds, or in ETFs, with a staggering 886 million flooding in on June 4th alone. That's insane. This influx underscores the escalating interest from the institutional investors and further ignites the market's upward momentum. All right, we're going to finish this with the high points because we don't want to bore you to death. Experts interpret Bitcoin's current price consolidation as a promising sign, akin to the calm preceding a storm, indicating that Bitcoin is gearing up for an upward leap. Historical data also supports this notion, with similar phases preceding significant price surges in the past. All right. Let's read a few more little sentences. A comparison of Bitcoin's current performance with past halving events reveal an even stronger performance this time around. This resilience bodes well for Bitcoin's potential for further price appreciation. Currently, Bitcoin is trading at almost $71,000. And that was at the time of this video, which was like 4 hours ago, but it's still, right in the area right now, actually. Showing a slight increase over the past 24 hours. However, the trading volume has decreased by 28%, settling at 27 billion. Bitcoin's market capitalization stands at 1.39 trillion, reflecting the market's ongoing stability amidst the upward momentum. All right. So now we know a little bit about what's going on. A lot of ETF news causing this. A little bit of Bitcoin halving that happened, contributing to this as well. So this is very exciting to look at. All right. So what are we looking at here? We are on a 4-hour time frame. We're going to get to a 4-hour time frame. All right. And what we are looking at here. All right. So you can see just by looking at this already that we're almost matching one of the recent highs, almost exactly, causing a little bit of friction in the market because we know there was a big push down from this key area, making this a significant area of supply and demand because it is a higher time frame, so it gives us a little bit more power, if you will. It holds a stronger relevance to controlling the market is their keyword. All right, and we see we have another one right in here. As you can see, we had a lot of rejection in this area. Blasted up, rejected down. Huge rejections right in this area. You can see right here. Rejections, and all in here. So we're having trouble breaking through the $67,000 range, which is good for us, especially if you are a long-term investor. We love to see price not dropping too low, and hanging out in this 70,000 mark area before we actually see this thing explode. So what do we see right here? All right. You also see, some minor areas that have formed as well, causing, some subtle reactions in the markets. That could be key, for triggering and letting us know where price is going to go next. We're going to scale down to a 1 hour time frame so we can get a little, more data. we can see already just from looking at this that we are rejecting in this area. We can see we had a rejection right here, rejection right here, rejection right here. So this is what you call a lower time frame, area of supply and demand. So this one doesn't hold as much weight as the ones we just talked about, but they still have a lot of weight because 1 hour time frame is still, a pretty big time frame. So we can color code it different, so we know, the relevancy and the power that it actually holds. It seems that we are rejecting off of this 1 hour time frame multiple times. Usually when you reject, 3-4 times, something big is going to happen. It's not just going to keep rejecting. Either it's going to bust through a huge move or it's going to have a huge adverse reaction in the opposite direction. Which it looks like is happening right now, as we had a huge wick down before forming a very strong bullish candle. We know most likely we are headed right back up here before, price lets us know if we're going to actually continue to hit towards that 72,000 mark and towards the 74,000 mark where we all want to see price go. When we break through that, obviously we don't have any more resistance holding us up. That was not formed just yet. So, we never know. I think Bitcoin could see 100,000 in the next 2-3 months, depending on what we do in this key area right here that we are actually at. We see that we are rejecting right here, and we also see that we have a trend line starting to form that is getting respected, actually. As you can see right here, we started the trend line in this area, coming up, rejecting off this minor supply and demand area before coming down to this trend line, busting through this 4-hour supply and demand, breaking above this recent one we made before, rejecting below it, giving us strong rejections below, and then pushing up, and then we are right back in this area, hoping to make a big move. And this time, when we break through, we're hoping to continue to grow all the way to the $74,000 range, because that is where we might see a little friction, because last time we was in this area is when price started to drop off, giving us an all-time high for this year. But that's basically my prediction for Bitcoin right now. I'm thinking we might have a big move off this trend line in this area of supply and demand and shoot us right to the top, close to that 74,000 range, and then we might see some adverse reaction, some consolidation, or something, something strong happen in this area. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much.